Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of VGC Prep. As you may be noticing now, I actually really have no idea how this is going to come out. We're purposely using the in-game music. I just want to see how well that goes, because it makes my life easier in the editing process. You get to hear how the game sounds, so it's just a little bit cooler, and so on and so forth. And as you may as well see as well, it works for me if it works for you. We're using a new team. What kind of new team? We used this at one point. We had Dragalge over Gudra, and we had Ursaring over Conkeldurr. In my opinion, Conkeldurr is better than Ursaring, and Dragalge and Gudra, it's kind of a toss-up, so we're testing it out. But this team, this change-up thing kind of inspired the question of the day is, who's your favorite Assault Vest user? Because right now I have Assault Vest on Rotom, but when I was putting the items together, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to put Assault Vest on Conkeldurr, I'm going to put Assault Vest on Gudra. I can't do that, so what am I going to do? So for right now, I have Citrus Berry on Gudra, which I know I'm not going to like, but we're going to try it anyway. I have Life Orb on Conkeldurr. I was considering maybe, a Flame Orb, because I'm Guts. That'd be kind of cool. And Rotom has Assault Vest. I don't know. It's a very bulky team. That Heatran is not an offensive Heatran. It's actually the singles Heatran for OU. It's especially defensive. And I felt like it had a good place on this team. It's done really good work for us so far. If you've seen those episodes, it does pretty well. And as you could probably tell by the team, and obviously the team preview down below, we have a Mega Slowbro. I never use it, but it's kind of cool. Alright, so we've got a very interesting team. We've got Mawile, Gallade, Rhyperior, Greninja, Hydreigon, and Slowbro. Now, he does have two potential Trick Room setters and two Pokemon that adore Trick Room. So we're Trick Room as well. Don't forget that. Keep that in your mind. So what I'm thinking, what we could possibly do, is start off with Heatran and maybe Cresselia, or Heatran and maybe Conkeldurr. I'm thinking Heatran Conkeldurr, because that will really give me a good idea on who I could switch with. Also, this Conkeldurr is not really what I like using generally. I found it in my box, and I thought I'd give it a go. This Conkeldurr is running Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Rock Slide, and Wide Guard, and I don't know the EVs on it, but I was given it from a sub a while back. It's a shiny one, so I figured I might as well try it out, check it out, see if I like it. I'll have to re-EV train it because I don't even know what EVs it is. I can look it up. It's not that hard. Something I probably should have realized. I probably should have done before the battle, but that's fine. I am going to bring Slowbro on the back. Well, yeah, I see Slowbro being very useful here. And I can kind of see Rotom being pretty useful here, so we're going to try that. Now, he's like a pseudo Trick Room team. He probably has the option on his Slowbro to go Trick Room. But I'm going to assume, for the most part, we're not going to be seeing Trick Room set up. And, I mean, we basically just have to worry about the Rhyperior and the Mawile because, my team's not overall that slow. The slowest things on my team are Slowbro and Conkeldurr. But Conkeldurr has Mach Punch, so it's not a big deal, and Mach Punch hits pretty hard. And Slowbro is really bulky, so it doesn't really mind not being in Trick Room. So we are going to see that Trick Room option start off, and unfortunately we're going to see a Slowbro start off. And that's really unfortunate. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do here. Now, I can very easy just go for Protect with my Heatran. I have Hidden Power. I wonder what Hidden Power it is. It must be Ground. It has to be Ground. No, it's Ice. Right, I remember that. I gave it Ice. HP Ice. Let's think of this. Now, Slowbro can't take me out in one hit. That's pretty obvious. But the Mawile's not going to attack this turn. It's definitely going to protect. So I'm going to switch out my Conkeldurr. I'm going to switch it out into Rotom. Or my own Slowbro. Actually, what does my own Slowbro have? Scald, Psychic, Trick Room, and Protect. You know what? I'm going to go into my Slowbro. I'm actually going to go into Slowbro here. I would go into Rotom, who has just basically immediate KOing potential on this Slowbro. But I'm actually a little worried that the Mawile might take this opportunity to play rough my Conkeldurr, because they don't know the power that is specially defensive Heatran yet. No, it is going to go for Protect, as I had hoped. Thank you for being correct. And it actually goes for Scald, which means I will survive. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take this opportunity to switch out my Heatran into Rotom. Because Assault Vest Rotom is going to be pretty good. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to Scald the Mawile. We're going to get a really nice and clean hit off on this thing. I don't really know the EVs on this Rotom. I should check that out as well. He's going to actually withdraw the Mawile, which is pretty interesting. Well, I mean, obviously he's going to be predicting the what are these words that I'm looking for? The fire move. So I'm completely fine with that. Now he is going to go for the Scald. Of course, going to be onto the Rotom. No burn, good. And we're going to get our Scald off, which won't do too much. But what I can do here is I have Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ice on the Dragalge. And I'm going to switch in my Conkeldurr here. Now, that's a little risky. It's a little risky considering the Slowbros out there. But what I'm hoping for is a nice and powerful Dark Pulse into the Slowbro, which Conkeldurr resists. Then we get the HP Ice off, and that should put the Dragalge, or the Hydreigon, in a range where I can finish it off with Mach Punch. It makes sense. It makes sense. Still a bad position to be in. My entire team's like just super specially defensive except for Slowbro. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, Conkeldurr is like moderately bulky, so it's not like, you know, gonna take a Draco, of course. But we'll see. We'll see. So he does go for the Dark Pulse, and it does go onto the Conkeldurr. Beautiful. And we do get the Hidden Power Ice off. And we'll see what the Slowbro wants to do. That does a good chunk. That is in range. That is in range. He does go for Scald. We're going to see it on Burn Me, please. No, okay. Well, all I have to do here is Thunderbolt the Slowbro. I also carry Shadow Ball for Aegislash. For Aegislash and like things like Gourgeist, although you really don't see Gourgeist anymore. And I'm just gonna Mach Punch this Hydreigon. Now he can switch out. It's a fine play if he switches out. It won't bother me in the slightest. Now he's only been going for Scalds, and that kind of leads me to believe maybe this Slowbro's Assault Vest. We'll find out, obviously, here. There's only one way to find out, and that is through the power of observation. So we'll see how that goes. If I remember correctly, this isn't a very offensive Rotom, so if it is Assault Vest, we'll be in kind of a bit of a pickle. Oh, man. My nose just got really itchy all of a sudden, and it's very difficult to concentrate. So he's going to go into the Mawile. There's no reason for him not to. We will get the Mach Punch off. He's not going to protect with the Slowbro, which I'm cool with. Totally cool with that. Thunderbolt goes off. He's probably going to Scald the Conkeldurr, which is fine because that gives... Oh, wow, that does good damage. That gives me a safe switch into my Slowbro and or Heatran, which I am going to go for the Heatran because Thunderbolt will take out the Slowbro. So I'm going to bring in Heatran here. Oh, man. Not good, not good. My nose, man, my nose! Alright, so I'm going to Thunderbolt the Slowbro. And I'm going to go for a nice and powerful Heat Wave. He's going to Sucker Punch the Rotom most likely. Or Protect. That is possible. Actually, Protect would be a bad idea, in my opinion. Just, in my opinion, protecting with Mawile would be a bad idea. We're probably going to see the Hydreigon switch in. Simply because Protect isn't going to really do anything for him this turn. It's actually just going to enforce the Slowbro kill. Unless he switches out into Hydreigon, which will then also enforce the Mawile kill if he doesn't go for... It's just, there's so many branching paths that he can go. But I do think we're going to see a Sucker Punch here. He's thinking quite a long time, actually. But I do want to predict the Sleep Sucker Punch. The Sleep Sucker Punch. It's a very dangerous move. If you sleep the opponent and then you Sucker Punch them. Oh boy. It's actually taking a really long time. Okay, so we're going to see the Slowbro withdraw, so we're probably going to see a Protect off on the Mawile. Into the Rhyperior. Oh, and there's no Protect off onto the Mawile. I'm probably not going to KO this thing, actually, now that I think about it, because I'm not offensive. Nope, I don't, actually. That, my friends, is why you don't run specially defensive Heatran. Guys, don't do what I did. Do not. But we do have the Slowbro still, so that's completely fine by me. I'm just going to Scald the Rhyperior. I have no reason. Well, actually, I have plenty of reason. He could Protect, but I don't really care too much. And I'm going to Flash Cannon the Mawile. Just, it's at a low enough HP that I can and not worry about it. So we're going to do that. He's going to Sucker Punch. Well, he might not. So yeah, that's the reason you don't run specially defensive Heatran, because you don't KO Mawiles, which is not a good thing. It might have been a low roll considering how low the HP is, which I guess just happens. You know, there's not much you can do about it. So he's going to Protect with our Rhyperior, which means he's not protecting with the Mawile. He does go for the Sucker Punch onto the Heatran, actually, which is a little interesting. I don't really understand that play, but that's fine. I don't have to understand everything. And we will drop the Mawile like it is hot. And we will get the lefty's recovery, which is very lovely. Now, my Slowbro is very specially defensive, but we didn't see any Life Orb on the Hydreigon, I don't think. It's probably going to bring in the Slowbro. That's actually an interesting play. Well, I'm going to Scald the Rhyperior, and I'm going to Protect with my Heatran. I'm trying to think what my best play here would be. I won't lose my Heatran to a Scald from the Slowbro, but I need to keep my HP alive so I can take out the Hydreigon. Because an HP Ice at this range... Well, actually, no, I'm not offensive at all. I really need to change that. It is a really bad set for VGC. I liked it in the beginning. It does, like, kind of good stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, well, who really cares about surviving those attacks, especially since it has such good resistances? Whatever. So we're going to see the Rhyperior actually switch out, which is perfectly fine by me, because I'd rather damage the Hydreigon a little bit more than the Rhyperior, because Rhyperior I can just take out really easily. That actually does a really good chunk of damage, and he goes for Trick Room. I don't understand that at all. At all. Well, I'm gonna... I know it's resisted, but I'm gonna Psychic the Slowbro, and I'm going to Flash Cannon the Hydreigon. I don't understand the Trick Room play, because my Mega Bro is slower than his Slowbro. This is not going to take it out. It's not. It's just extra damage just to get extra damage off. I'll survive the Scald, unless he's like Specs, which I kind of doubt it. Yeah, no, I do survive. I did not understand that Trick Room play at all. That made almost no sense whatsoever. Now I can basically just win with Slowbro. I mean, if he's carrying Mega Horn, it might be an issue. Do I trust my speed? No, I don't trust my speed. I am going to just Scald the Rhyperior. I'm going to Protect. He went for Trick Room for a reason. He probably thinks the Rhyperior is slower than my Slowbro. And I don't doubt it. And considering I'm going for Protect with Heatran, that means he's not going for Protect. And I actually do outspeed, so I was safe to not Protect there, but I just did it just in case. You never know. Things can happen and blow your mind. So he's going to Scald my Slowbro. But at this point, it's kind of just a losing battle, even if he burns me, which he's not going to. It's just a losing battle for him. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Scald here. Simply because Scald... Actually... Well, I'll get a Scald off just in case he gets a burn, because I'm not going to KO with Psychic, that's definitely for sure. And I'm going to go for that double... Well, what if he goes for Slack off? Well, if he goes for Slack off... Yeah, no, I'm going to go for Flash Cannon. Get a little... No, he's just going to forfeit. Basically, the thought there is that if I let him get a Slack off, I don't think I could have won. So I wanted to just make sure I double attack him. Although, now that I'm considering it, his Slowbro is definitely going to be faster than my Heatran. So there's really no reason to... Whatever. Double Protect was just... I don't like double protecting because it's like wasting a turn on a 33% chance and... Or I think it's 33. I might be wrong on that. But it's a low percentage. It's not guaranteed. And it's just like, you could do damage that turn, too. You know, there's always an option. You know, sometimes double protection is good. Like, if you know they only have one extra Sucker Punch, go for that. Protect, because it's going to be helpful. But, I don't know. Sometimes it's just not, you know. Alright, so we've got a Landorus, Rotom Wash, Kangaskhan, Cresselia, Sylveon, and Heatran. So I'm going to start off with my own Heatran. I'm going to start off with my own Slowbro. I think Slowbro is a good lead here. I'm going to bring Conkeldurr, and I'm going to bring Rotom. And I think that's going to be a very solid team matchup for us. It's actually exactly what we brought last turn, except different leads. We didn't lead off with Slowbro last turn. We led off with Conkeldurr. Yeah. Oh my goodness! I just wanted to look at what time it was, and my phone exploded. I don't know if you heard that. I just dropped it. I dropped it like it was hot. Oh my god! Yeah. So my team is interesting. It like kind of screams Trick Room, but at the same time, you're kind of like, well, maybe not. You know. You got that Heatran in there. You got that Rotom in there. Kudra's not really a veteran of Trick Room, so it's like, well, maybe, you know. It's interesting. I think it's an interesting team. Definitely needs work. Especially defensive Heatran? No, we don't need that. I mean, I could give it Assault Vest if I really wanted to. Then that kind of like takes away from Gudra. I don't know who to give the Assault Vest. There's so many possibilities on this team. Four possibilities. It's kind of ridiculous. So we actually, I really like this lead matchup for us. It's a very solid lead matchup. I'm gonna go for Heat Wave. I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and I think I'm gonna just drop a Psychic onto the Kangaskhan. But at the same time, I don't really want to take a Hyper Voice. But at the same time, it's a Kangaskhan, and this team doesn't really have anything to deal with Kangaskhan. Oh no, I have Conkeldurr. You know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision. We're gonna go for the Sylveon. I'm going for Heat Wave so I can at least get some damage off onto the Kangaskhan, just in case, you know, he fakes out my Slowbro. We'll see. Sylveon can't touch my Heatran unless it has Hidden Power Ground, but I'm also specially defensive, so I might survive that. It's like there's a lot of pros and cons to this specially defensive stuff. He's actually going to fake out the Heatran, which isn't bad. That's not a bad play at all. Heatran flinches. Shadow... Oh! Ho ho! Wow, that actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. And your Life Orb, so that's not bad, actually. I'm kind of happy about that damage. Psychic doesn't do nearly anything. Oh, man. Well, I need to take out the Sylveon. That's honestly my first priority, so I'm going to Flash Cannon it. I will go first, so I'm going to also go for Trick Room. I'm faster than the Kangaskhan? Oh, this is just... Don't run specially defensive Heatran. Can we just, like, agree on this already? That was a horrible play. Horrible, horrible thing. And he does take me out. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, yeah, I have to switch that. I might actually just give the Heatran Assault Vest, because I really like how defensive it could be. But I might even just switch... Oh my god, that was so bad. So bad. So bad. Oh, but we actually... It's still kind of bad, but it's not horrible. Not horrible. I'll bring in my Rotom. I'm going to bring my Conkeldurr. And we'll see what he brings in. Hopefully it's not the Landorus. Because Landorus can be an issue. Don't be Landorus. It's Rotom! I am going to Thunderbolt the Rotom. And I think I'm just going to Drain Punch the Kangaskhan. In all honesty, I'm just going to do that. Unless he, like, doubles into my Conkeldurr. That might have been a bad play. It might have been almost as bad as using specially defensive Heatran. Oh my god. I just, like, I would have KO'd that thing had I had, you know, max special attack or even just an inkling of special attack. So we're going to see a Thunderbolt into the Rotom. We're going to see another Thunderbolt into the Rotom. We do actually a little bit more. He's going to double edge my Rotom. Interesting. I'm also surprised he's a little faster than me, but I am built for Trick Room, so I guess that kind of makes sense. And we're going to get the Drain Punch off. Beautiful. And that should take it out. Good. What happens first, Life Orb or Recovery? Life Orb. Or Recovery, rather. Lando? Cresselia. Well, I'm going to Drain Punch the Rotom. I can finish that off. Oh my god, he burned me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now I should take out the Rotom. And I'll get a lot of HP back. I should survive this. Yes. I get the Drain Punch off. That should take it out. Please take it out. It does. Hallelujah. But I won't survive another Psychic. So my best bet is to go for a Mach Punch and hope it, like, quadruple crits. This would be a totally different story if I took out that Sylveon. Does that have Trick Room up right now? This team also doesn't have anything for Cresselia. No, I have Shadow Ball and Rotom. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna mock it. I have no choice. It still does a reasonable amount. I mean, I am burnt with guts, so that's not bad. But oh, Rocky Helmet! Wow, insult to injury. I could probably give this thing like knockoff or something. I don't really need Wide Guard on this team. I have 2 Levitators, and nothing's weak to Rock Slide. Nothing's weak to Fire. Wow, nothing's weak to Fire. That's a pretty solid team, actually. Not having anything weak to Fire is really good in this format, because there's a lot of fire running around. A little weak to Ghost. Not too bad, though. Not really too weak to Dark, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and, you know, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Wait. Can I not? Because there's already a mine down? That's lame. That's completely lame.